It's your turn.
Okay. Hi. Just
Oh,
kidding.
I was like,
No.
okay.
You're like, bitch.
Well, I was just like, huh.
No. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. And oh, fuck.
What?
No.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know. I got nervous. Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Conscious Cowboys.
We're not cutting any of that out.
No, yeah, we are.
No. Last week we were laughing at how, also happy Friday if you're listening to this on a Friday, but last week we were laughing how Tess opened the podcast. I doubt anyone noticed. And if you do go back to listen to it, you're the true homie. But she was like, hey, everyone, or something. Welcome back. And she like really enunciated
I
back.
don't have
It was
any-
like back.
I don't know where it came from. Honestly, like it was kind of shocking when I heard it back.
You're
And
just like,
it's
ew.
like, who the fuck is that? What? Why did you say it like that? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome back. Halloween is this weekend.
It's
Well, I guess
approaching.
Monday.
Yes.
And it had us thinking all about past Halloweens.
Yeah. And we also felt that even though we literally just recorded it 10 minutes ago, but we released it on Wednesday and today's Friday if you're listening to it. But we were thinking that this Wednesday's episode was more heavy. So we're like, all right, how do we lighten the load for the next episode?
Yeah.
You know, like even just for ourselves.
Totally. Well, I talked about some like real shit, you know?
Yeah.
And like how I'm in a funk and I'm like, no, okay, I have to get out of that. Because if you talk about it, great. But then you have to at some point shift out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit there and talk about it and mull it over and over. Like, okay, move on.
Yeah, that's
So-
very you for sure.
I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this
And
anymore.
that's why
But
shit manifests and where you're thinking it at night because you're like, all right, we don't need to think about that right now. You're like, why am I tossing and turning at night? I have no idea.
you're the one who said that you tell yourself, okay, we don't have to think about this right now. We think about it
I think
tomorrow.
about it tomorrow for sure. Or I journal that night. Yeah.
So previous Halloweens, can you tell us what you've been in Halloween's past? What have you been? What have you dressed up as?
My answer is really boring. I feel like I really haven't dressed up for like the last 6 Halloweens.
Same. It's been a long
So-
time since I've dressed up, but
And
like
even in high school, I'm like, what did I dress up as? I know one outfit, which is just an excuse to wear like spandex shorts. I think I was in like 9th grade maybe. Me and Brogan were workout girls. Which, what does that even mean? I just wanted to wear like short shorts
yeah.
and like a tank, and I wanted candy. So
makes sense.
there was that, and I didn't have to buy anything. I just had the clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
I mean, that's like
That's
the
like
only one you
literally
can
the
remember?
only one I remember. I like Halloween has never been like a big thing for me.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, Sydney and I, one of my best friends, we dressed up as loofahs. We handmade our costumes.
That's honestly amazing.
We cut up strips of what fabric is that considered to be? That like scratchy, meshy fabric. I don't know.
Mesh.
Tulle. It's like
Okay.
tulle. We cut strips of those and we pinned them on to a tube top and little shorts. And our whole body, I'll post a picture on our Instagram. Our whole body was a loofah. Like it looked like we were wearing like one massive tutu.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I was pink, she was purple, or maybe vice versa. I was purple, she was pink. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. I was a bumblebee one year, which is always really embarrassing.
Like as in like what age?
Yeah, I was in probably 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's still acceptable. It was like sexy
Yeah.
bumblebee, which is
Yeah,
really
of
awkward,
course.
you know? You're like wearing a
It's
little
so
mini
funny
dress
that
and
we
tights.
always want to be sexy on Halloween. I
But-
mean, I still do.
Okay, but I actually saw this funny thing where it was like, you know, some girls on Halloween and then it's of course all sexied out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like me on Halloween and she dressed up literally as Bob Ross and stuff like that. And you're like,
Yeah,
that's iconic.
funny. Yeah.
Trying to think of what else I've been. Anything embarrassing, really, really embarrassing or like masculine, which are not one and the same, but I'm trying to think like, have I ever been like not sexy on Halloween?
Right.
I'm sure.
I honestly don't think there's been one Halloween where I haven't dressed up sexy, which is probably horrible.
Makes a lot of sense though.
It does, yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. It's the day for alarms around here.
Oh my God.
Is that a car alarm?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Also,
You can't
this is
hear
so
it.
random, but has anyone heard when an Amazon Prime delivery truck backs up?
It's a very distinct sound,
It
and
is
I didn't
so
hear it
insane.
until last
She
week.
thought it was literally a bird when we were walking.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of bird is that?
Yeah.
And then I realized it was the Amazon truck, and I was like, that's
Yeah, I wish I could
special.
imitate the sound. It's quite special, really.
Can you hear
Oh
the alarm?
my God, it's so bad. They probably can't. It's so bad.
I used to have like a whole dance to a car alarm.
You would.
Boop, boop. Yeah, totally. It reminds me of SpongeBob too. Doesn't he have like a dance to it or something? Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm not going to ask you any more SpongeBob questions.
I know you know more about it than me.
We found out, so every day that Madison and I exist together, we find out that we have more in common, which is shocking.
Yeah.
And
is it?
Relation, well, yeah, because we were talking, is the camera messed up again? No.
It does look a
It
little
looks
crooked.
like it's swooping down. I'll fix it in post.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I'm sorry. This alarm is really doing it for me. This is going to be me calming my nervous system down. I'm not going to get affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
We found out that we used to go to the same crazy, creepy, weird Los Angeles Halloween parties.
Oh, yeah. What were those called?
I don't know.
I'm reaching out to the audience for that, too. Can you please let us know if you
It was
remember?
like a warehouse party in a sense.
But it was in it was in LA, and I remember you had to park in like a lot or try to
Yes.
find parking on the street.
Yes.
And there were like glow in the dark stuff like in this high rise sort of building, right? It wasn't like a big open space. It was like you had to walk upstairs, and the bathroom was like super gross.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I was like, why are we here?
Yeah.
This seems wrong. This seems scary.
Yes. And I don't even remember what I dressed up as that year.
That was when I went to as a loofah.
As a loofah. Oh, that was
And
a good
everyone's like,
costume.
oh, can I get in the shower with you? I was like, what?
Good one. You're like, I don't get it.
No, I did get it. I was like, no, Pretty Judy. No
Yeah.
way.
Pretty Judy.
Back then, for sure.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, the Halloween parties. Oh, and then this year, we're going down to San Diego. Classic. How many times can we say San Diego on one podcast?
We obviously really want to live there.
So we're going down to San Diego this year to hang out with our friends, and I'm really not sure what our plan is or if we're actually dressing up.
And so we have to bring costumes that we don't actually know.
A part of me wishes that we don't dress up because I just don't like the pressure of it.
Okay.
Unless I'm going to like a massive Halloween party. Like I know without a doubt every single person's dressing up. But like when you're going to a house party, you're like, it could be seriously 50-50.
That's so true. And then also if you don't know the people at the house party,
Yeah,
you're
and you're
just
like,
like
this is
walk in
awkward.
and they're like, ew, who are those girls?
Yeah, and like, why are they wearing that?
Yeah, exactly. And then our Halloween costumes, we're going to dress up as cowboys, if that's the plan anyway. And I feel like that could, like what our outfits are going to look like people could wear that in everyday lives, you know?
Yeah, and I'm just like, and then is it even worth it? And then I just get weird. And then I act like I'm too cool to do something like that.
Yeah, I get that.
And so I'm like, no, I'd rather just roll up as me, which is so boring.
Yeah.
But maybe a safer option.
Oh my God.
It's a toss up.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm going to bring the costume and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always hard to make a costume out of things you already have though, because then it just feels like hodgepodge. Like it just really feels thrown together.
Hodgepodge.
It does. I'm like, I don't even really like this anymore.
Yeah, basically.
Now I'm nervous to wear it.
Oh my God.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. I wonder what everyone else's plans are. Like, does anyone have plans? I feel like I've really, seriously, for the last however many years, have not had a plan on Halloween that involved getting dressed for it.
Yeah. I would just went trick-or-treating with littles the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't gone and done adult things on Halloween in a long
It
time.
kind of sucks that we don't get to trick or treat anymore unless you have a child.
It's so frowned upon if you do it as an adult.
Oh, that would be weird.
You can't.
I wouldn't.
No.
We feel weird even dressing up to go to a stranger's house for a party.
Yeah,
Why
let
would we
alone
trick or
walk
treat?
up to multiple strangers' houses and ask them for something.
Yeah. But then it's also kind of sad because the joy is taken out of it, at least for me, because it's not like I'm going to collect this huge bag of candy and then eat it for the next 3 months like I used to.
Yeah.
I would just probably eat a few pieces and then be done.
Did you used to put it in a pillowcase?
Yeah.
Okay. When people didn't put it in a pillowcase growing up, I'm like, what?
What would
Like,
they
we
have?
would-
Like a cute like pumpkin they put it
Yeah,
in?
like a little thing. Like their
Oh yeah,
parents would
no,
let
we
them
would
get a little bit. We
legit
would
have the deepest pillowcase
like
we
a
could
standard
find.
size pillowcase
Absolutely.
all the way.
Yeah, it would be like a knapsack or
Yes.
whatever. I'd throw it over my shoulder.
Yes, and that shit would last for months.
Yeah, I would hide it under my bed. My mom would be
Oh.
like, "Oh, you got rid of the candy?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh no,
yeah,
no.
I
We
threw
would
it out.
keep ours in our closet.
Oh, the closet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closet
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, of course. Wherever my mom couldn't find it.
Oh, I feel like we were allowed to have ours.
Oh yeah, I think it was only for a few days we could, and then she was like, "All right, done."
Good, because it's bad.
There's a lot of
just-
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting times. We'll have to get candy for the fun of it.
Okay.
I don't know which kind, but
We
we're
live
gonna do
across the street from like a retro candy store, so we could for sure go find something fun.
it. Yeah, that's cute.
Watch us go get Hue chocolate from
Oh,
Whole
that's
Foods or
actually way
something.
better. I'd rather have that.
Me too.
Yeah, I also have so many chocolate bars, I feel, already. So, but we can get a new one
Okay.
for fun.
I asked you earlier if anything like actually scary has ever happened to you, like paranormal or like just like spooky, but you said no.
Yeah, my answer is no.
And I'm happy for you. I mean, I'm sad
Yeah.
because I'd love a good story from you, but
Well, not that I could remember. I mean, I went to a Lutheran private school for elementary until 4th grade. And every time we'd have to go up into the church and like it was our job that day to turn the lights on, I feel like I was always afraid of that.
so scary.
But like, yeah, because it was so
Especially as
dark
a
in there. And then
kid.
it's like, oh my God, it's a church. Like we assume that there was like something
Is
in
it in
there.
the morning, like early in the morning when you first get to school?
Yeah, or it'd just be like midday or something. I don't know. And so, yeah, and the school was like kind of old. So, like, even walking through the halls of it was scary, but I never really encountered anything
That's
of
good.
the sorts.
Yeah. But
Do you
does your
have-
mind ever play tricks on you and like make you think that like you're hearing stuff, or do you just pretend like, do you just like, nope, that's not happening?
Well, I feel like the only time I feel I have to really remember it, because the only time that I felt that is like when I used to have a cat and they would like stare off into the dark and they would like only stare at one spot and you're like, are you looking at something right now? Like, what is there? You know?
Yeah.
Also,
Or, like,
that
how
was like a
kids do
lot for
that
me
too.
to turn my neck.
I was pretty surprised by that range
Yeah,
of
it's
motion.
pretty good. I know. I have a neck injury still. If you weren't listening to the last episode, but I can kind of turn. I can turn better than I could on Friday.
I'm proud of you. This bitch, she hurts her neck, right? And she's rehabbing it for days. And then we have a dart party for her family. Like that's what her family does.
It's like a tradition
they-
for the Butine family.
They throw darts.
Yeah.
And Matt, of course, like, you know, is like, oh, well, I'll at least try, which I commend you for. Like, that's great. But ends up playing like a full round and wins.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yes. If I
But-
didn't win, I feel like it would have been
Not worth it.
so devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the next day I woke up and I was so stiff, like had gone almost back to square one.
Just goes to show you guys, when
Typical.
your body's healing, don't push it.
I know.
But we always feel like that of like, oh, I'm getting better. I'll just do what I normally do.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're back.
yeah. But I feel okay today, so that's good. It was a quick turnaround.
Good.
Yeah. But you've
okay.
had scary things, no?
a few. I feel like I've maybe mentioned them on the podcast before,
Yeah, I
though.
think you have. I think so.
One, I'll keep it brief. One was relatively recently, like within the past probably 10 years. That's kind of a long time, I guess.
Within the last 20 years.
Well, do you know how like sometimes high school feels like it was yesterday and then you're like, oh, it's been 10 years.
yeah, I get that.
So, but it was like with all my girlfriends, we went out teeping one night. That just goes to show you how young we were.
Classic, yeah.
Of course. We went out teeping, and on our way, like our friend's house was up this really steep hill, and we had just finished, you know, doing the house up, and we were on our way back down to our friend's house, and this like scary creature thing, I don't know what it was, but it was dressed in like all black, like a cloak almost. It was so scary. It came out from behind two
I just
cars.
imagine them with like a trench coat on and they just
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a nudist
They're
flashing
naked
you.
underneath. Yeah.
No, but they came out from behind two cars, and all of us girls were like, hold on. And we like stopped each other, and then they started walking faster towards us and saying
was like the
something that like
dad.
mumbling. No, because we ended up freaking out, and this person came out almost like in front of her house, like across the street though. So we were like, well, shit, we can't run to her house because we have to go past it. So we
Okay.
did a quick U-turn and we ran up the hill to go back to our friend's house that we just teepeed. And we were banging on the door and we're like, open, open, open. And they opened the door and we're like, there's this thing outside and it's like so scary. And we were trying to explain it. So the dad, the nice dad who we just teepeed, he gets us all in his car and he drives us home and he's like out looking for this thing that scared us, but we never found it. So
oh my God, you knocked on the door of the house that you teepeed.
Yeah, and we're like, we'll clean this up in the morning.
We keeping you honest. Yeah. That's funny.
And then we all slept like in the living room on the couch all together. And we were afraid because it was like this where there was windows behind the couch. And we were like, you know, we don't know where this thing went. It could be in the backyard watching us.
Yeah.
You know, so scared at that age.
Yeah,
just like anything
sure.
could happen.
Yeah.
Just vulnerable. Yeah. But that was like, I don't even know what that was. Some of us, like, it took us a long time to be able to really talk about it. It would scare us so bad we would cry.
Oh my God.
It was real.
Really
like, it wasn't like, oh, ha, you guys went teeping and like someone came out from behind the cars. Like, we actually did not know what we were looking at. It was like demonic looking, serious.
That is horrible.
But like, obviously it wasn't anything. It was probably just a person trying to scare us.
Yeah, totally.
But it worked. So good job, it worked. It was fucked. Like, I honestly was so scared for years.
Yeah, that's really terrible.
And like getting in my car at night to go home from a friend's house was always scary because of it. So I'm like, where is something like this going to be here?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And I've had like paranormal stuff, like weird things like in my house and stuff, but nothing that I necessarily want to get into. Yeah. I feel like I've told the stories.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
spooky season is here and now it's gone. Sad.
It's happened so fast this year. People, I always remember like adults saying, oh yeah, time flies and like, you know, it's just crazy. And I remember being a kid and being like, no, time goes so slow.
Yeah, I know.
And now I understand.
Now I get it. And then every time I talk to an adult that's older than I am, they're always like, oh, it moves even faster the older you get. I'm like, can you not say that? Well, I don't want a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that's like what we need to hear to actually slow down and be mindful.
No, yeah, completely. But
yeah, it's almost November.
It's 2023.
Yeah.
Basically.
And we're 60.
Yeah, exactly. Kids, married, everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like that's all for our Halloween episode.
It is. We hope everyone has a very safe and happy Halloween.
Also, the fact that we did like a themed episode is shocking.
I know it is.
I never thought we would kind of even dabble down this road.
We didn't even dress up.
I pitched it, in fairness.
It was a no for me. Now I feel like we should have, but that's like kind of lame.
Ew, I would not have liked that. Just in this moment, wearing anything other than this would have made me sad. Like I could not.
Yeah, nervous system problem. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, follow if you haven't already.
And share it with your friends.
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, you know?
Maybe even the bell so you get notified on when new videos drop.
Like that's a big ask.
Okay, you've been asking about 500 things from them. I can't throw in one.
No, I'm glad you asked.
I need to go take allergy medication. I sound nasally as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you guys.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye. The wave. What the fuck was that?